Hello friends, I am your science teacher Dimple Dave, and today we are going to discuss the 11th chapter from standard 8, that is force and pressure. All of you are playing the cricket, right? You might have played football, volleyball, all that games. What is going on in that? We are kicking the ball, we are hitting the ball, we are trying to stopping the ball. So all these actions you have studied in 7th standard, that these actions are changing the state of motion of the object, or the direction of the object has been changed, or we are trying to increase or decrease the speed of that object. But we were not bothered about the agent, about that quantity which is doing all these functions, which is performing all these actions. In this chapter, in 8th standard, we are going to discuss that quantity is force. So basically, for doing all that actions, we are applying force. We are applying force means actually what we are doing. So actually either we are pushing the object or we are pulling the object. Let us take few examples. First, I want to open the door. In this situation, I will push the door, or even I can pull also. Second, I want to lift the book. In this situation, I will pull the book. Third situation, I want to move the mouse of the computer. Then again I will push or I will pull the mouse. Like this, the list can goes on. And all the actions like lifting, squeezing, running, stopping, making faster, all these can be broadly said that either we are pushing the object or we are pulling the object. So we conclude that force is a push or a pull. Second concept, that why force comes in action, how the force playing the role in all these examples. So the important word for that, force is due to interaction. In our textbook, few pictures are given. You can go through that. Two girls are playing. One person is trying to pull the bullock. Another person is trying to push the car. So, what we can infer from all this? We can infer that whenever two objects are interacting, what is interaction? Interaction is a response. Interaction is reaction. So whenever two objects are interacting, they are coming in contact. It might be direct or indirect. That also we will discuss in the chapter. But whenever two objects are interacting, force comes in action. So we can say that force is due to interaction. All the examples you can see that minimum 2 objects are required for seeing the effect of force. After that, we are having the topic in our textbook, that is exploring the force. That means describing the force. How we can describe that? See, force is unseen. Till today, nobody can see or no one can show that this is the force. This force comes from here, from my hand, from my leg. No. Then how to describe that? So, for describing the force, let us take the example that I am having a box and I want to change its position. I want to move this box. So what I will do? Either push or pull. In this situation, I have to push the box. So I will apply the force from this direction. The box is so heavy that I can't push it. What I will do? I will call my friend and we both will push from this direction. So the first situation, when the forces are given from same direction, the forces will always be added, and as a result the object will change its state of motion or it will change its position. This object will move forward in this direction. So scientifically I can write this force as F1, this force as F2, and the resultant, the net force, effective force, that we can write as net force equals to F1 plus F2, and the result is the object moves, the object displaces. Now imagine the second situation, that another person is pushing the box from the opposite direction. That means the other person is applying the force from the opposite direction on this box like this. That force I am saying is F2. What will be the result? There are two possibilities now. If both the forces are of equal magnitude, means both the persons are applying same force, then the net force or the resultant force will be, the object will not move, it will not displace. So how it comes that whenever we are subtracting these two forces, I will take F1 minus F2, the object will be at rest because both the values are same. Say I am having 5 minus 5, answer will be 0. So whenever the forces are acting, forces are given from opposite or different direction, opposite or different directions, the net force will be the subtraction of that two forces. Net force is equals to F1 minus F2, and as a result Either the object will not change its position, first possibility, or the second possibility. Like as all of you are seeing the game tug of war. What is that? In game of tug of war, two teams are there and they are trying to pull the rope in their direction. So what happens? The team who is applying more force, the rope moves in their direction. So either the object will not change its position or the object will move in the direction of more force. Object will move in the direction of more force. And from this discussion, we can conclude that how can we define, how can we explore the force. So we had discussed two factors. That first we need to show the direction as well as we need to know the magnitude. Now what is this magnitude? I had spoken just now 5 Newton forces, 5 Newton forces. So this 5 is a number which shows the amount of force. And as a result, if I want to say that I had applied force, then I need to specify two things. First, that is the direction in which I am applying the force, and second, how much force I am applying. So for exploring the force, two things, direction as well as the magnitude is required. After exploring the force, we are going to discuss the effects of force. In the starting, we have discussed that what will happen to the ball if I am hitting, what will happen in the game of the football if goalkeeper is applying the force on the ball. Then few more example, that suppose you are sitting on your bicycle seat. At that time, what happens to the spring of that sheet? Your mother is binding a dough in kitchen. She is applying force on that. Then suppose that you are having a balloon and you are applying force on that. In the game of cricket, you are hitting the ball. You are riding your bicycle and either you are pedaling faster or you are applying the brakes. So from all these examples, few of the effects of the force we can conclude. Majorly we can say 4 effects of force is there. First, that force can change the state of motion. How many state of motions are there? 2 types are there. Either the object is at rest or the object is moving. So we can change any of this state. We can make the moving object stop or we can change the stopped object in motion. Then the second effect of force we have discussed, that force can change the shape of the object. Force can change the shape of the object. Then third effect, force can change the direction of the object. And the last, that the force can increase or decrease the speed of the object. So, if we are taking the practical example, that suppose you are studying, then in that situation, if someone is helping you, so you can study faster, you can learn faster. Likewise, if someone is disturbing you, you may distract from your studies. So, all the effect, it can change the state of motion, it can change the shape, it can change the direction, and it can increase or decrease the speed. So, here the topic effects of force is completing. From this portion, the questions which are asked, they are objectives of 1 marker. Maybe the effect of the force could be asked to you in 2 marks, and same question if it is asked in 3 marks. Then you are supposed to write down the examples also.
आभार।